Detective Anthony Fleegal of Hagerstown Police Department is receiving the Public Safety Distinguished Service Award. Detective Anthony Tony Fleegal has been employed by the City of Hagerstown for 21 years and is assigned to the Criminal Investigations Unit. For approximately the past 10 years, Detective Fleegal has been assigned as the primary Hagerstown Police Department detective, responsible for investigating serious crimes against children and with assisting the Washington County Safe Place Child Advocacy Center, CAC, as they investigate incidents involving child abuse and sexual assault. One defendant that Detective Fleegal investigated was not reported until 10 years after the incident occurred, and Detective Fleegal worked tirelessly to build a case despite the challenges that come with investigating a crime that occurred a decade ago. In another case, Detective Fleegal recently obtained charges for a father who had been molesting his child for over 10 years. Detective Fleegal put in long hours and was able to have the suspect in custody within a week of the allegations coming to light. Deputy State's Attorney Sarah M. Mollett-Gomer has been assigned as primary prosecutor at Safe Place Child Advocacy Center since 2015. During that time span, she has worked hundreds of cases with Detective Fleegal and is quite familiar with his work ethic. She relayed the following about Detective Fleegal. Every investigation Detective Fleegal is assigned, he assesses with professionalism and expertise. Child abuse cases are very difficult to investigate. They are emotional cases, but investigators cannot allow their emotions to dictate their investigations. I believe last year Hagerstown PD handled around 100 safe place cases, the majority of which Detective Fleegal investigated by himself with little to no assistance from other law enforcement officers. Despite the media attention that criminally charged child abuse cases bring, the resources allocated to investigating them are a fraction of the resources allocated to other crimes, like gang and narcotics crimes. With little assistance and few resources, Detective Fleegal still manages to complete rapid, efficient, and thorough investigations regarding these cases. Detective Fleegal has exhibited an unwavering dedication to serving the most vulnerable victims of crime in our community by engaging in thorough, thoughtful, and professional investigations. Rachel Maslam, LCSWC, Social Work Supervisor, assigned to Safe Place Child Advocacy Center, provided the following insight on her experience working with Detective Fleegal at the CAC. Although the high caseload, high stress, and years of emotionally difficult work can easily lead to compassion fatigue and burnout, Detective Fleegal has remained steadfast and dedicated to ensuring that the victims in his cases get the justice that they deserve. After the children's interviews, one of the main responsibilities of Detective Fleegal that the CPS workers do not typically handle is interviewing suspects. His exceptional abilities in this area have led him to be able to get confessions and subsequently criminally charge cases when charges likely would not have been possible otherwise. In addition, when CPS workers need law enforcement to respond with them on a case he is working, he readily makes himself available to them, even when he could request patrol's assistance instead. When having to discuss the abuse and neglect of children with their non-offending caregiver, Detective Fleegal is patient, understanding, and makes the caregiver and family feel heard. Detective Fleegal has been an asset to the work done at Safe Place CAC, and we are fortunate to have him work alongside us. In addition to conducting investigations, as part of his association with the Safe Place Child Advocacy Center, Detective Fleegal actively participates on the Safe Place MDT, Multidisciplinary Team, the Washington County Anti-Human Trafficking Collaborative, the Sexual Assault Response Team, SART, and the county's Child Fatality Review Board.